In 1958, the Australian Association of Social Workers and the Queensland Wattle League merged to form a council to support statutory and voluntary organisations that were engaged in relieving poverty.
Both started working to establish a council. There were preliminary meetings about this, and then a public meeting was held at which the decision was made that the council would be established.
QCOSS began as a small but passionate volunteer group dedicated to addressing social inequality.
We have to get local and be local, I think, and that will then breed and build that community. Unless you start local, you won't build it global, so that's how we've got to kind of build our community.
Through grassroots efforts, community engagements and tireless government advocacy, they laid the foundation for change across Queensland.
But the thing that I think continues is very much that commitment and passion of the people who are involved in the organisation.
For 65 years, the Queensland Council of Social Service has been the voice of the community services sector and a powerful advocate for equality, opportunity and well-being for every person in every community across Queensland. Over the decades, QCOSS has championed many causes connected to ending poverty and ensuring services are able to meet the needs of Queenslanders.
A number of people we spoke to were reluctant to describe themselves as being in poverty. They described themselves as living terribly light, and I think that says something about the stigma attached to being in poverty.
We invest the lowest per capita in public housing of any state in Australia. We've got the lowest stock of public housing and affordable housing in any state in Australia. We've got the highest number of homeless people of any state in Australia.
I think it's a significant issue, particularly when it's such a prosperous time. There are about 400,000 people living in poverty.
There's pressures right across the board at the moment. Significant pressures around increase in what we call essentials such as electricity, water, food, transport.
What we know right now is that there is more demand for service than our services are equipped to respond to.
Income support, housing, youth justice and human rights have all been issues QCOSS has focused on. With each milestone, we have helped shape policies that improve lives and strengthen communities.
I know the important focus that QCOSS has had for some time, is to pressure governments to respond. I think that has been the absolute first focus that you should have, and you should never move away from that.
Central to our journey is our unwavering commitment to the rights of First Nations peoples. We walk alongside Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities, fostering partnerships that honour culture, heritage and self-determination.
We walk among the descendants of those who carry the blood of the first Australians, those who are of the oldest continuing human existence on the planet.
I've had barriers, I've come across discrimination. It's that lived experience and understanding who we're working for, what they want and what they want to achieve.
With a deep understanding of the community services sector, QCOSS draws on a diverse and connected membership base to deliver an irrefutable evidence base for change.
More and more Queenslanders, working Queenslanders, are unable to afford the basics. Queensland is detaining more children than any other jurisdiction in Australia. We need the state opposition to step up and commit to the housing targets.
As times change, so do we. Through a focus on influence, excellence and performance, we continue the work of our founders, helping the sector navigate changes in governments, evolving community needs and an increasingly complex system of quality, accreditation, tendering and regulation. As a strong independent advocate for a fair and just Queensland, our core values remain the same. Today, celebrating 65 years of advocacy, we look forward to the future with a renewed focus.
So, our advocacy, I think, is getting sharper and sharper. We're getting more and more, voice and participation in there. Our members are as engaged as they've ever been. In fact, way more engaged than they have ever been. And as a peak body, that's all that matters. So, as we continue to sharpen our advocacy approach, we can expect to be more impactful and, importantly for us, being able to measure that impact.
We thank our members, partners and supporters who have been with us on this journey. Together, we will continue to be a powerful movement for positive social change for many more years to come.